It's just your life, you find out in the end. All the silly games and the games you took so seriously, all the fucking around and jerking off and all the love, all the tenderness, all the fellow feeling too, it's all been encapsulated in your dumb life. Your seedy life was only that, after all, a seed. And the weedy life runs its course, blooms as it will, the seed long gone, whoever you were, you are no more. This is my town, Gainesville, Florida, home of the University of Florida, where I teach medieval studies in the English department, provided such an arcane activity can continue to be afforded, which is doubtful. So there is the actual, and then there is the doubtful. And they coexist, contradict each other. Quite nicely here, thank you. In the old French, Caisse del Saint Graal, the Knights of the Round Table set forth on their quest for the Holy Grail. And when they come to the dark wood, they know that it would not be right to enter the dark wood together. Each has to choose his own path. You have to choose where you will enter the dark wood, where the wood is darkest, and there's no path. As Dante had his Virgil, this is Tom Miller, our guide to the underworld.
You didn't know there was a labyrinth in here, did you? You can't tell it from the outside at all. We must begin this investigation with a question. Are you Frank Sinatra? Only when we have answered this question can we be absolutely certain that you are not Frank Sinatra.
I've been wondering if I should kill myself or not.
Doesn't matter.
I guess not.
I mean, if you think it'll make you feel any better.
I don't know how it'll make me feel.
You might not feel anything.
Well, that's what I'm hoping. The Shamrock Pub, an establishment designed for simple pleasures, an establishment promoting pleasure. And it is not a fucking sports bar.
Dead?
Yep.
3 weeks. This place will be gone in 3 weeks.
What place?
This place.
The Shamrock?
Until you hear it out of my mouth, it's just a rumor.
But you just said...
Everything means something. That's where we begin our investigation, with the assumption that everything means something.
A critique of everything.
Exactly.
That's a stage. I've heard rumors now. There are many rumors cares about what's happening here? So I will not specify anything. I will simply play into the rumors and tell you that it is possible that the Shamrock may be sold. I can assure you that this is the last Tom Miller show at the Shamrock, and after 7 years, which I'm calling 10 years, it's been one wild ride.
You think it's overcrowded here on Earth? Just wait till you get to the land of the dead.
You mean it's not gonna get any better?
I mean, it's going to get worse.
But in the name of the dead pub next door, I bought a case of Guinness. Anybody want to Guinness? Please raise your hands, and I will.
Greatest beer in the world.
It's not just fucking beer. But please, who wants? Here. Cheers to all of you. And to everyone. And good night to Paul and his whole expedition.
You know what they're gonna do? First thing they're gonna do is clean it and paint it. That's gonna fuck the whole thing up.
They already started painting today.
I know, and I'm getting high on the fumes. However, I am pleased to announce that there is a beautiful bar awaiting the Brophy family and those who care to join them. It may be called Brophy's, it may be called the Dubliner, and if the Guinness is as good there as it is here, it will be a success. Whether we can do our brand of fucked up shit in there, I can't tell you.
That's because we get up every morning and pick out matching clothes.
Did you just fart?
What?
Did you just fart?
No, I did not just fart.
My sack of
It's not funny.
Who's on first?
Yeah.
Who's on first is not funny. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Who's on first is classic funny. You look up funny in the dictionary. Who's on first is there. The fuck it is. Okay, it's fucking hyperbole.
Fucking bullshit.
Everything's bullshit to you.
That's not true. Everything's God to me.
Then why don't you treat everything with some goddamn respect?
I do.
You do. How?
Right now,
I want something
I'm
really
trying
super
to
fruity, something.
But I don't like
this
the blushy
harp.
kind of things.
All right, he's here.
Hey, how's it going?
Wine tasting.
Wine
Yeah,
tasting.
wine tasting.
Wine tasting?
Tasting, yeah.
Wine drinking. Wine tasting.
I'd rather taste the wine than drink it. What about you?
I don't think so.
Philistine.
It's called taking a dim view of things. See, we tried to warn you against being a cynic. We tried to tell you that cynicism would do something to you. We tried to protect you from it. We offered you a good job, a home in the suburbs, a wife and kids, God in his heaven, everything right with the world, but you were having none of it. So what are you doing these days? Starving artist routine? Some rat-infested garret? And ghetto. Giving up the life of the artist, the life of the mind? Have to make a living. What you writing there? Your life story? No. Your life story. Well, you're doing a pretty shitty job of it. Well, what do you expect? I hardly know you. No, you don't know me at all. Well, I don't consider it a drawback. In fact, it's liberating. I'm not confined by the facts.
He sings Sinatra.
That's right. He sings Sinatra.
He sounds like Sinatra?
Enough. He doesn't sound unlike Sinatra. He sounds big and ballsy like Sinatra.
He thinks he's Sinatra. He thinks he's Sinatra. I shit you not.
He thinks he's in love with Ava Gardner.
He doesn't think he's in love with Ava Gardner. He is in love with Ava Gardner.
He doesn't know Ava Gardner.
Ava Gardner's dead.
So is Frank Sinatra. What's your point?
We're in the land of the dead.
Sinatra is about one thing, and one thing only.
Loneliness.
How to be alone.
And how not to.
Don't you know I'd work for you, I'd slave for you, be a beggar or a knave for you. If that isn't love, it'll have to do. until the real thing comes along. I'd gladly move the earth for you, prove my love, dear, and its worth for you. If that isn't love, it'll have to do until the real thing comes along. With all the words, dear, at my command, I just can't make you understand. I'll always love you, baby, come what may. My heart is yours, what more can I say? I would cry for you, even sigh for you. Tear those stars down from the sky for you. If that isn't love, it'll have to do until the real thing comes along. Walk on burning coals for you. I would drive the Chrysler, leave the rolls for you. If that ain't love, it'll have to do until the real thing comes along. I would try to hit high C for you. I'd even punch out Mr. T for you. If that ain't love, it'll have to do until the real thing comes along. There's not a thing that you can ask of me. Go on, demand any task of me. You want the moon for a lavalier. All you got to do is nibble on my ear. I would rob, steal, beg, borrow, and lie for you. Lay my little body down and die for you. If that ain't love, yes, if that isn't love. If that ain't love, it'll have to do until the real thing comes along. Okay. Thank you very much. Oh! Woo! 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 Who was that guy?
Yeah. Oh! No. See, everything has already happened, okay? Everything has already happened. It's all been done. Case in point. It's like a star that you see in the sky. It's burned out billions of years ago, and we're just now getting the news.
See, I am down there with the subatomic particles, man. And what do I find? That even no's are unexplainable based on the constituent elements. You hear what I'm saying? There's something about the combination of elements that is totally unexplainable based on any analysis of the individual properties of the elements. So there is no way of predicting. There's no way of predicting beforehand that any particular result will occur. But of course it does.
And what of that?
Well, the what of that, my friend, is that this is going on throughout all of the higher life forms. Transformations, metamorphoses that are totally unexplainable based on what has gone before.
Lower. Night and day, you are the one.
Happy Day. No, it's the day after Happy Day.
Whether near to me or far.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Word is Spoken. Cemetery, Saturday, 7 to 9. We're going to be here most every Saturday until we're not here anymore. Be sure that you treat the bartenders well. If you have a good time tonight, it's because of them. Alcohol plus poetry equals very good poetry.
Lost?
Lost. I'm in the library.
Labyrinth.
Forgive me while I grind you up. I'm done with you. The way you sit The way you slouch, a smile, dull, seen too many times. You no longer excite me, or make me laugh, or make me anything at all.
Night and day.
Even before I transform you into something no better than you already are, I already am bored with the result, not missing you at all. Thank you.
So, what if you smelled her perfume on a really ugly woman?
It would remind me of her. In an ugly way. Ptolemy, ruler of Egypt. He gets the notion to start a library in Alexandria. When? A few generations after Alexander, so it's thriving by the time Caesar comes along and burns it the hell down. Well, actually, evidence seems to indicate that Caesar didn't burn down the library.
I spend my life making love to you.
What the hell happened to it? The library? Who cares what happened to the library? What happened to the books?
Night and day.
Like Jack says, there are more good people in the world than bad.
Yeah, but we keep switching back and forth, do we not?
More good people than bad. Did you ever hear him say that?
Yeah, about 100,000 times.
Hobbies? Let's see. I drink a lot.
Oh. Just leave him the hell alone. He's praying to the earth.
He's what?
He's praying.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Hey, leave him the hell alone! Just leave the guy alone already. He's praying. Did you hear him? Please. No respect, no decency these days. Obviously praying. Leave the guy alone.
Last time. The last time. You go around the last time, and everything is more precious. The stars, the sky, the night air, the women, the burn of whiskey in your belly. When all the nights blur, that's one thing. But when there's just one night, and it will be the last time.
How's family?
Kids are in jail. Wife left me. Things are good.
And all this happened when?
In the past.
That's a big place.
I guess it happened in the past. It could have happened anytime.
In the past?
I guess so.
I'm leaving Wednesday.
When else could it have happened?
So I'm standing there.
In the store?
Yes, and they want me to strip naked.
I'm sorry?
Don't pay any attention to me.
I believe you said, correct me if I'm wrong, something about stripping naked.
That would be
Criminal.
indecent exposure.
Inciting a riot.
What's up? What? Hold on. I need to order some coffee. Peacemaker? The guy was already stabbed, you said. The guy who stabbed him? And what was he doing? The guy who stabbed him. What was he doing? He was leaving, right? He was getting in his truck and driving away, and then you had to stick your nose in it. You're lucky you didn't get your ass run over. Quick thinking like you're doing now, like you're making all this bullshit up. You're in the fucking hospital.
Yeah, I think God is really pissed off at the Christians and the Muslims and the Jews that he could get it so wrong.
Well, that's quaint.
What do you mean? It's quaint.
Your conception of God with a quasi-human personality.
Right. The street was always best when you couldn't predict it. On those nights when you went there with no other purpose than to drink and play games, and people caught your eye as you sat down and ordered, and you forgot about them till they caught your eye again. And then if anything was going to happen, it did. I liked that. The chance involved, the hazard, the mystery, and all for the price of a drink. I ran it through my head again. What sense did it make? It was all manufactured. And if it made sense, it was just that. Made sense. Manufactured sense. Not the thing I was really after. But what I was after was on the street. I was sure of that. It was with all the rest of the animal kingdom, the chain of being connected by drinking, by bars, and all the comedies that took place in them. It was the last place to look. And besides, everyone was looking.
Smell my finger.
I don't want to smell your fucking finger.
It's her pussy.
This is the dark forest.
What is
this?
This is a bar.
Use your imagination.
This is the Shamrock. Just
Okay, look. I'd already fallen up the front stairs, my nose was broken, and I totally pooped all over myself. And I was like, Mom, I'm not drunk now.
the cigarettes you like.
I think these people are happy.
And the way that
Not unless they're very stupid.
you're only burning a torch you can lose, but you're on the right track.
What are you drinking?
Falling
All the wells and then all the beers.
when you're at home.
Remember when we first got computers and we'd say, fuck this shit, I can't even watch my programs on TV.
Those fucking days are over.
Fucking motherfucker.
What's with the language?
It's called English.
The whole night.
Fuck. It's a good Saxon word. It means to join together.
Fornicate under consent of the guest. That's funny because
Yeah, to fornicate.
the same thing. To tie back together.
Yeah, to tie back together.
Religion and fuck mean the same thing.
Yeah, religion, it's the same
South.
thing. That was my point.
Problem
It's the same
solved.
thing. Joining together in a religious moment.
Saxon's fucking barbarian.
You're learning the blues.
On Venus, gravity bends light around the circumference of the planet. So if you're up there, you can see the back of your own head.
When you're out in a crowd, the blues will haunt your memory.
This movie is being shown to dead people.
Ooh, the nights when you don't sleep.
For over a year now.
That
No
whole
sign.
night you're crying,
We must live our lives without a sign.
but you can't
No sign in the
forget
evening
her.
sky.
Soon you
No
even
pink and
stop
green and yellow
crying.
bright against the purple night sky.
You walk the
No
floor,
baked on the stone.
and you wear out your shoes.
These are dark times.
When
Dark
you
times
feel
in
your heart
Hogtown.
break. You're learning those blues. Learning those blues.
Shakespeare.
You gotta stop treating Shakespeare as if he was this genius.
Oh.
I'm not even convinced that he was all that smart.
Shakespeare.
Think about it. The poetry, I mean, it's transparent. You can see right through it.
Any volunteers for first? I don't usually do this, but any volunteers for first?
Should we start off filthy? Everything I
Jake,
filthy.
come on up here, Jake. Jake Seymour.
I'll follow that. Fair enough. In honor of Tom Miller, who is not here. Yeah, that's worthy of applause in and of itself.
I'll clap to that.
My wet pussy.
All right.
My chest. Sorry. I beg your pardon.
It's been one of those days. And that's the name of the poem, One of Those Days. I want to fuck a jar of mayonnaise. And shit in the bathtub. I want to roll in a pile of red ants and sift through the ocean looking for feathers. It's one of those days. Those days. You know the kind of day, one of those. I want to put my balls in a glass of vintage wine and open my eyes with my head in a bucket of bleach. I want to ride my motorcycle into a wall and fart on a beautiful flower. Sometimes I just want to cry. Alone in a dark room, cry about everything I fucked up in my life. Cry and regret until my nuts swell up. And then I want to beat off on my face and come in a contorted position I'll never be able to get out of. And I want them to find me like that. Twisted into a knot of feathers and cum on my face, mayonnaise on my dick, shit in the bathtub, eyes bleached out white, skin dotted with ant bites, one dead flower, and a puddle of tears, and motorcycle parts, and a glass of vintage wine that my balls were in. Because it's one of those days. One of those days. Those days, one of those. You know the kind of day.
Generations of my people have drunk gallons of this stuff.
Stout.
Yeah, some of them were. Yeah.
Red by night. Above the rivers. The cloud script of the drifting mists. And who pursued its fleeting, fluttering significance. And its seeming madness. And who, at the last turn of the labyrinth of chaos, hoped for revelation and God's presence.
So who do you think you are? God?
You write down your dreams every morning in your dream book.
No, I'm not talking about writing them down.
You have to. I mean, how else are they going to be recorded? Unless you're going to dictate them.
I'm talking about going back into the dream.
Going back. What do you mean? You mean like going back to sleep?
No, back into the dream, in the dream reality.
That's an oxymoron.
So are you.
You can't have laws in a moral or political sense without lawmakers or lawgivers. But in science, the law exists independently. You discover it by realizing you've been obeying it all along.
Say I get drunk. I am obeying the laws of alcoholic action.
What are you trying to tell me?
This is how I remember it. It was a long time ago, and I don't know how much I may have changed things around to make me look better or to prove my case. And I'm not saying it's important. I'm just saying it's a shame.
Forgot more than I know.
You cannot forget what you've already learned.
Sure you can.
You don't forget how to swim. You don't forget how to ride a bike.
I know.
A triangle doesn't forget it's got 3 sides.
Can I ask you a favor?
What?
Would you please be my sex slave?
No.
Can I be yours?
I don't require one. Thank you.
You never know.
Believe me.
Well, what if you want someone to go down on you?
I beg your pardon?
Suck your toes.
Do you care for something to eat?
Yeah, maybe a little pussy.
The right to better oneself, that's what made this country what it is.
Actually, it was genocide and greed that made this country what it is.
And slavery.
And slavery.
So you're with the alligator?
Yes, sir.
How did I know that? It's the alligator on your shirt. Oh, I'm sorry, that's a puma?
Not wearing any kind of
Tiger?
Your body is yours alone. You are the only person in the world who has a right to take pleasure from it, and to permit whoever you will to get pleasure from it.
It's beautiful. Who said it?
Marquis de Sade.
I'm having a good time, enjoying it.
Are you? What are you drinking?
Drinking a little Coke
What the
right now.
fuck is the matter with you? So you're at an Irish bar that you never go to, sad that it's going to die, drinking Coca-Cola.
Oh.
Rape me.
What did you say?
I said rape me.
I can't. If you consent.
I don't. Now rape me.
Do you understand what I'm saying? I understand what you're saying. I just don't understand why you're saying it.
Oh, that's right. There are no sunny days in your life. No blue skies. No birds singing.
What's there to sing about?
Do you know Shamrock? Now, Shamrock McShane.
I need to meet Shamrock McShane.
Well, this is he.
I've heard all
He's
about
a writer. He writes for another newspaper, but he drinks beer.
Here's to those who love not too wisely know.
Death is a temptation. Death will release me from my suffering.
Yeah, but wait till you get to the land of the dead. There ain't any peace there.
No. Gentle death, like a mist, will enfold us.
I don't know, but remember Orestes? It was blood for blood. He did the right thing. Remember him?
Yeah, I remember Orestes.
Yeah, but he also did the wrong thing because he killed his mother. And that's the tightest blood there is, between a mother and a child.
But we learn through suffering.
You know what? I think we just suffer. I had a teacher in 2nd grade. How old are you in 2nd grade?
Me? It's probably about 30.
She was hot.
Who was?
Miss Pirelli.
Those torches you carry must be drowned in champagne.
Fate decides everything. Human beings decide nothing.
You believe that?
Sometimes.
Whom the gods would destroy, they first make mad. We are dying. And you're arguing about this petty crap.
What are you?
Hierophant, interpreter of sacred mysteries.
Here's to the losers. Bless them all.
around like that? Who wants to be jerked around like that?
Not me.
Yeah, well, that shit's over with anyway.
Yeah, but a relief.
Would be.
It is a relief, isn't it?
Most all great artists are kept poor by their town. And so to this town, I say, fuck you! Praise the Lord!
Amen.
I happen to like Gainesville.
Fuck you! Fuck you all!
Does that mean you'll leave?
And your money and your jobs. Fuck jobs. Fuck your haircuts and your possessions. Fuck your suits and your ties, your pretend smiles. Fuck your wives and your cookouts. All night long. Fuck your vacation in Disney World. Fuck your father and fuck your mother. 3 times. Fuck your nights out in the town at Red Lobster or Bennigan's. Fuck your dreams and your college degrees. Fuck your cheap cologne and your fancy perfume. Fuck you. Fuck me. Fuck
You wish.
the whole goddamn thing. I say again, this town hates me, and I am glad.
The universe, eternity, the infinite, are typified by the sphere. See, on a sphere, every point is a center. Every point is the highest point. And this explains the puzzle of time and space. There never was a beginning to time. There will never be an end. Time always is.
Galileo's law of inertia stated that motion, not rest, was the natural state of everything. Everything is moving.
Well, that was then. Now everything stands still.
That's because we're dead.
Gandhi believed in reincarnation.
No shit.
It helped him get through his confrontations with assholes. You think you have to deal with assholes? Gandhi had to deal with big-time assholes. But because he believed in reincarnation, he knew eventually every man must travel his own path to peace. And that he would only find peace on that path if he were able to treat others with love. Can't shake hands with a clenched fist.
You sing the songs of Sinatra.
Right.
You sing the songs of Sinatra. I mean, are you trying to be Sinatra, or are you trying to be you?
No, I'm not trying to be Sinatra.
What are you trying to do?
You mean here, now?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, yeah. No, I've got things that I'm working on, but no, that's just what I sing Sinatra. I like to sing Sinatra.
Why?
What? Because I like it.
What makes us sad is not the ending. The ending is just when we're sad. What really makes us sad, what we are sad about, is the beginning, when there was all that promise, when the world was new, when there were dreams. And then something real happened. We happened. And we killed it. Now that's sad.
It's 2:45. There's no one in the place except you and me. So set 'em up, Joe. I've got a little story you ought to know. We're drinking, my friend, to the end of a brief episode. Make it one for my baby and one more for the road. I got the routine. Put another nickel in the machine. Feeling so bad. Can't you make the music easy and sad? I could tell you a lot, but you gotta be true to your code. So make it one for my baby and one more for the road.
I blessedly do begin to.
You'd never know it.
Let me regard
But buddy, I'm a
this
kind
gloomy
of
pain
poet,
as a hunger, a
and
guiding,
I got a lot
passion-laden
of
hunger
things I'd
for the
like
world to
to
come,
say.
for the way of stronger, heartier fellowship.
And when I'm gloomy, won't you listen to me till it's talked away? Well, that's how it goes. And Joe, I know you're getting anxious to close. Thanks for the cheer. I hope you didn't mind my bending your ear. But this torch that I've found, it's gotta be drowned or it soon might explode. So make it one for my baby and one more for the road. The long, it's long, it's very, very long.